did we do? Oh, so we were talking about this fourth question, right? We completed this third one, right? Yes.
Yes, sir,
Did we
we completed it.
third one, right? So now we will do this fourth one. Did we do this fourth one, guys?
No, sir.
No, right? So let us do this question. And if you are tired, Abhi, then you can just take rest, right? So
It's okay, sir. I'll still rest.
so I guess that in the class you will be asleep and yeah. So okay. So let us do this fourth question. Right? So as you guys can see, right, and we will not ask any question to Abhi, right? So let us not disturb Abhi today. And yeah, as we can see, Tejasvi and Amira, what kind of distribution is this?
Discontinuous.
Discontinuous, right? So how can we make this discontinuous group data to the continuous one?
Subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add 0.5 to the upper
Yeah,
limit.
yeah. So okay, so good. But why did you speak, Abhi? You just
Sir, I know the answer, so I might
okay,
well help.
okay, okay. Okay, so we have to subtract 0.5 from here. So this would be 117.5 and this is 126.5. And then similarly, this is 126.5 and this is 135.5. Then 135.5 and 144.5, 144.5 and then 153.5, 153.5 and 162.5 and 162.5 and 171.5, 171.5 and then 180.5. So now we will forget about this one. So just forget about this one, right? And then we have this frequencies, right? So number of leaves. And this is 3, this is 5, 9, 12, 5, 4, and 2. So first we have to write the cumulative frequency, right? This would be 3 and then 8 and then 17 and then 20. Where am I writing? So I have to write it in the. So then this is 29 and then this is 34 and then this is 38 and then this is 40. So this is the cumulative frequency. So n is 40, right? So what would be the median class, guys? What is the median class?
144.5.
144.5
Yeah,
to 150.
good, everyone. So this is good. Yes, correct, guys. So this is the median class, right? And then this would be our CF, and this is our L. That is why I told you guys to forget about it, right? Because all the calculation we will do from here. So this is L, this is our F, and do we need anything else? We don't, right? So uh, median would be L plus n by 2 minus Cf divided by F into H. So this is 144.5. N by 2 is 20 minus of 70 divided by class size. This is F. So 12. And class size is how much? So that is 9, right? So this is 9. So this is 3 and this is 4. This is 144.5 plus 9 by 4. This is 144.5 plus 2 point, this is how much? 2, 5. So this would be how much? That is 7, 5, and this is 146.75. So this would be the median. Right, guys? Any doubt in this question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Good, good. So please note it down, and then I will give the next question to you guys. And Tejasvi and Amira, so you guys have those half-yearly exam, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
how many chapters you guys have prepared?
All.
All good. So okay, you already. And whenever you guys have any doubts, right? So we can discuss about those doubts. Okay. So if you have any doubts, please ask. Right, Tejasvi and Amira, both of
Yes, sir. Sir.
you. Okay. And Abir, when is your exam? The second term?
The second term, it will happen much later. In a few months, it will happen.
Oh,
Right
so
now, we are currently only having the 20 marks and so.
oh, that is good. Good. So we have ample amount of time, right? Okay, you guys please note it down and then we'll do the next questions. Okay. One moment, guys. Yeah, whenever you guys have noted down, please
Done, sir.
done. Yes, Amira and Abir, you guys.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Good. So now let us do this next question. What is the next question? The following the following table gives the 400 neon lamps, and we have to find the median. So please find the median of the neon lamps. Okay, guys, please calculate. What are you guys?
So I got answer 3406.
3406. So that is lying in this range, right? 3406. Oh, this was a very heavy calculation, right? So n is 400. So did you use any calculator, Amira?
No, sir.
No, without using calculator so fast. Good.
Sir, I also got same.
Sir,
Same.
yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good. Everyone got so quickly the answer. Good. Good. Good, everyone. So you guys have become pro in calculating the answer. Good, everyone. So okay, we have two more questions, right? So determine the median letter, find the mean number of letters in the surname. Uh, so also find the model size of the surname. Good, okay. So there are three things that you have to find. So in one question, you can find all the other things, right? So okay, so this question again, please, guys, all of you guys, please do this problem. So find out, and I have told you that please find median, mode, and then using the formula of 3 median equals to mode plus 2 mean. Then you can calculate the mean, right? So then you don't have to calculate the mean from the data itself. You can calculate from the median and mode. So please find out all the three things in this question. Okay, everyone. And now this chapter is completed. So if you have, then we can have we can talk about all those doubts from the rest of the chapters that we have. First, please first calculate this part, and then we'll talk about the doubts. And then maybe tomorrow or maybe after the exams of Tejasvi and Amira, then we start this application of it. So when is your exam? Tejasvi and Amira, when is your exam?
Tuesday, sir.
Tuesday?
Tuesday, sir.
Oh, both of you guys have same on the same. So on Wednesday we will start this application after you, right? Because is will that be okay with you, Abir? Because I don't want to give new ideas of the chapters, right?
Yes,
So
sir, that's completely fine.
yeah, yeah, because then it will be confusing that we start new topics just before the exams. We are talking about new topics. Okay, good. Thank you, Abir. So yeah, please do this question, and then we will talk about all of the doubts that you have in any of the topics.
Sir, mode I'm getting 7.88.
7.88. Good. So in this, oh, mode. Okay, good. So, hobbies. So mode you got, and then media, and then me. So 7.88.
Sir, I also got more 7.88.
Good.
Same, sir.
Same. Good. So you guys can see that your calculations have improved so much that you are not getting any mistakes. Yeah, you are not making any mistakes. Good.
Sir, median is 8.05.
8.05. So
Yes.
8. Okay, Abhi, you also got 8.05.
Same, sir.
Good. Okay. Now the answer would be same, right? If you guys got these two same, so then this mean would be same, right? Okay, but please find out what would be
Sir, mean is 8.32.
8.3.
Sir, I got 8.05.
05 mean.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, 8.05. So now we have a disagreement, right? So now Abhi's vote will decide which one is correct, which one is wrong, right? Yes, is Abhi here or did she go to sleep? Abhi, are you here?
Yes, sir, just a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Sir, mean I'm getting 8.32.
okay, so Tejasvi, which means there is some calculation mistake.
Yes, sir, I'll check.
Yeah, please check that, and that would be some minor calculation. Oh, so did you check the mistake, Tejasvi?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now this chapter is done, right? So now let us, because you have Amira and Tejasvi, you have this Sunday, right? And then you have this Monday. So you guys have 2 days, right? So please tell me that then I will keep this class and the Monday class as the doubt class. So please tell me if you have any doubt or if you want to learn again about some topics. So any confusion that you have in any topic or anything, whatever we have covered so far.
Sir, I would like to revise trigonometry and quadratic equations.
Oh, you have some doubts in trigonometry and yes, that's good. So,
Not doubt, sir, but it's just like I'm afraid of them.
oh, so you have
So can we
some
have circles too?
circles.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So you guys want the quick revision of trigonometry, circles, and quadratic equation.
Yes, sir. Sir, we can have first revision of circles because I am having my exam on Tuesday, but it is of English, not maths.
Oh, okay, okay. So, okay. So circles, let us start this circle and let us talk this in practice. So, okay. So in the circle part, we studied only two things, right? So we define the circle as the locus of all the point which is equidistant from a particular point, and that particular point we call center. And then we defined two things, right? So one was this secant, and the other was this tangent, right? And then we learned about this theorem 10.1, which says that whenever we have a tangent, so this is called the point of contact. And when we draw the radius from this point of contact, so this radius would be perpendicular to this tangent. This was the first theorem, right?
Yes, sir.
And the second theorem was about the yeah, second theorem was about the tangent from the outside point of on the circle. So we have this point outside of the circle, and then we had two tangents. So then we found out that these two tangents would be, let's say this is P, this is A, this is B, and we found out that this PA would be PB, right? So the tangents drawn from the point outside the circles are equal. This we found out, and we also found out that this angle and this angle X and Y, these are supplementary. So these are the things that we have learned in circles. So do you have any question, peculiar question in which you have a doubt, Tejasvi?
No, sir.
Oh, so these are the only things that we learned in the circle, right? Am I missing anything, guys? Abid and Amira, anything?
No, sir.
Okay, so this was about the circle. And give me one moment. So I have to write. One moment, guys. Okay, so Then what did we do? So quadratic equation, right? What did we learn in quadratic equations? So first we learned about that general form that we already learned in the polynomial. So general form was this, right? And if we know the sum of the roots, right? And if we know the product of the roots, then we can write the quadratic equation as this. So this we already learned in the polynomial chapter, right? Then we learned that, and we also learned that this is minus b by a, this is b by a. Okay. So then in the quadratic equation, what did we learn? We learned that in two ways we can solve the quadratic equation. So solution of quadratic equation, right? And what did we learn? That first method is middle term splitting, right? And the other method was this quadratic formula, right? So middle term, you guys have done so many questions from this, right? And the quadratic formula, this says that, so this says that you can calculate the roots of the quadratic equation as minus b plus minus root d by 2a, where this d is called the discriminant, and this is defined as b square minus 2a. So then we learned three things, right? That if this d is equal to 0, then we don't have anything in the root. So then alpha and beta is minus b by 2a. So then roots are real and equal, right? This we learn in the nature of roots. And then if d is less than 0, so then root of a negative thing, then this would be, roots would be unreal. And then we found out that if d is greater than 0, then we'll have the root. So with this root, we'll have a positive value, and then we'll have a negative value. So then when we add, then we get alpha. When we subtract, then we get beta. So which means that roots would be real but unequal. So these are the things that we have learned in quadratic equation, right? Okay. So anything else did we learn in this quadratic equation that I missed, guys? Any other thing?
No, sir.
Okay. Then in the trigonometry, what did we do? In the trigonometry, first, so first thing we learned about this ratio, right? And what does this ratio do? So it relates the angle with the sides of right angle triangle, right? So this was the ratio, and we learned that there are mainly three, but there are six, totally six, but mainly three trigonometric ratios. So first one is this. Let's say we have this triangle, and this is theta, and the opposite to this theta is perpendicular, and this theta, which is making the angle, that is base, and opposite to 90 degree, we have this hypotenuse, right? So from the Pythagoras theorem, b square plus b square is h square, and sine theta, so this angle, and it is related by the sine function, and it relates the perpendicular with the hypotenuse. And then we have this cos theta, which relates base with the hypotenuse, tan, which relates perpendicular and base. So these are the things that we have. And then when we take the reciprocal of this, so h by p, this is given by cosec theta. And then we have this h by b, this is given by sec theta. And then we have this b by p, this is given by cot theta. So these are the reciprocal of these three. So this was a ratio. And then we calculated the specific values, right? So, and I told you guys that when we know the first one, so we only have to remember the sine one, right? And the rest we can calculate. All right. So 30 and 45, 60 and 90. So this is 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. And to write the cos, we just reverse the order. So 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 0. And then for tan theta, we just take the right, the ratio of sine theta and cos theta. So this was the idea, right? And we also prove that how do we get these values. So if you ask that to prove the 45-degree angle, which triangle did I choose? Do you guys remember? Which triangle I used to prove the 45-degree angle?
90 degrees, the right angle triangle.
Right angle triangle, yeah, right angle triangle, but that was a peculiar right angle triangle that we used.
Isosceles.
Absolutely right. Good. So we use the isosceles right angle triangle, right? So if a right angle triangle is isosceles, then what would be the angle? So this is isosceles. This is 90, so this would be 45, 45, right? So let's say this is A, so this would be root 2A. This we proved and then we found out that all the other. So let's say sine 45, this would be perpendicular by hypotenuse. So we will get 1 by root. So that is how we got 1 by root. Right. And then do you guys remember this? Yes. Do you guys remember these proofs? Or you guys have forgotten?
With equilateral triangle, sir.
Equilateral triangle. Good. So which means you remember, right? In equilateral triangle, we draw this equilateral triangle of side A, and then we draw the perpendicular. So this divided in half, right? This side divided in half, and then we calculated this perpendicular, which was root 3 by 2a. So this was 60, this was 30. Then we found out all the values, right? So let's say sine 60. So sine 60 would be perpendicular by hypotenuse. So this would be root 3 by 2, right? So that is your sine 60, right? So similarly, we prove the other quantity. So yes, Amira and Tejasvi, do you guys remember this one?
Yes, sir.
Good. So then finally, in the last, we talked about this trigonometric identity, right? And mainly we talked about three. So one was sine square theta plus cos square theta. This was one. Second one was 6 square theta minus 10 square theta. This was one. And the third one was cosec square theta, right? So cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. So these were the three identities that we used, right? Okay. So this was the revision of these trigonometric, quadratic equation and circles. Now you guys have to find out the question in which you guys have problems. Okay. So have you guys or do you guys have any question which is bothering you, which is giving you some confusions or doubts or problems? Any question, guys? Yes.
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Good. Then if you don't have any question, then I will give you some question, right? So, okay, trigonometry, right? Or quadratic equation. Let me, there are many questions, right? EP or, okay, so let me give you the NCRT problems, right? So the problem number fifth. Okay, guys, if you have, if you guys don't have any questions, so please solve this one, right? Because what we will do, right? We have so much of time. So you can ask me about the doubts, or I can ask you some question about these topics, right? So please solve this fifth one and tell me whether you are able to solve it or not, right? So Tejasvi and Amira, you guys have already prepared all the chapters.
Almost done, sir.
Oh, Reba, good, good, nice, nice. And then two lots of practice, right? So which means that you guys already have solved all the NCRT problems. Then yeah, practice more questions, guys. Good. Okay, please solve this fifth one and tell me if you have got the answer or not. Who has joined? Ishita Shinde. Okay, so whenever you guys get the answer, please tell. Oh, Abir got disconnected. So she was very tired, right? So then she got. Yes, Tejasvi and Amira. So how much time we can give to one question? Did you guys calculate? So this we talked, right? We had 38 questions, right? And we had how many? 180 minutes. So, and 20 questions were the MCQ questions. So we had, which means we had 18 questions, right? So let's suppose that you take 1 minute to solve these questions. So then we have 160 minutes, right? And then so we have 18 question and 160 minutes. And if you divide 160 by 18, so how much will that be? So that would be 160 divided by 18. So 8.8. Let's say that 9 minutes. So you can give 9 minutes to one question, right? Not more than that. And tomorrow, please come with so many of questions so that we can discuss those doubts, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please solve a different question and please tomorrow let us discuss those doubts that you have. Yeah. What is happening? Did you guys get the results? Still solving, guys. Yes, Amina, what about you? Did you get the result?
Sir, I got it correct. LHS equals to RHS.
Good, good, good.
I'm stuck.
Oh, yeah. So, hmm, which means we have to practice these kind of questions, right? So, fifth one, right? Where did you get stuck? So, cos A minus sin A plus 1 divided by cos A plus sin A minus 1. And that is equal to cosec A plus cot A, right? And we talked about this that whenever we have a fraction in the question, so what was the idea? What was the idea to solve this?
Rationalize.
Absolutely right. Good. So we have to rationalize this, right? So we have this denominator. Let's say this is A and this is B, and we have to rationalize this one. So then we have to multiply this. So this is A plus B. So we have to multiply it by A minus B, right? So let us multiply and divide it by A minus B. So A minus of sine A minus 1. And remember, this bracket is very important. So sine A minus 1. Then we have rationalized. Now we have to solve this one, right? So this is cos A minus sine A plus 1 divided by cos A plus sine A minus 1, right? And this is cos A minus of sine A and plus of 1. So this is A, B, C, this is A, B, C. And all these are same, right? So this is A minus B plus C whole square, right, guys? And the denominator is A, right, plus B and A minus B. So denominator would be A square minus B square and the numerator would be whole square, right? So let us take the, okay, so this would be A square and then B square and then C square and minus 2AB and then minus of this is what sine A 2BC and then plus of 2AC, right? Because both are plus. So this is numerator and denominator is A square minus of B square. Did you reach this point, Amira? Did you reach this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is cos square A plus sine square A? What is this one? Yes, sine square A plus cos square. What is that?
1.
1, right? So this is 1. So 1 plus 1 minus 2 cos A sine A and minus 2 sine A plus 2 cos A. And in the denominator, you have cos square A minus of sine square A and plus 1 minus 2 sine, right? So A minus B whole square. Then when you solve these ones, so then what you will get? Then you will get the numerator is 2 minus 2 cos A sine A and 2 sine A plus 2 cos A. And in the denominator you have cos square A minus sine square A and minus 1 plus 2 sine. right? So this is cos square A, and all these the rest ones are in sin A. So we have to change it in sin A, right? So how can we change a cos square A in sin square A? Amira, do you remember? Yes. Do you remember, Amira? How can we change that? Hmm, don't remember. So cos square A, because we know that sin square A plus cos square A would be 1. So cos square A would be 1 minus sin square. Right?
Yes,
This
sir.
this would be 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A and minus 1 plus 2 sin. Right? So 1 cancel. I guess there would be another class, so we have to quickly. So let me just. This is 2 is common. Then this is 1 minus sin A, and 2 cos A is common. Then this is 1 minus sin A, and then this is 2 sin A common, and 1 minus sin A. I'm skipping so many steps. So because there is another class that is going to have. So 1 minus sin A is common, and then you have this 2 plus 2 cos A divided by 1 minus sin A and 2 sin.
Sir,
Okay,
we
so
can leave it here. I will solve it further.
yeah, 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 yeah. So okay, so we'll stop it here. And